day 3? Oh, it is day 3 and event 3 of Triton Jeju 2025. And after bubbling the 20K last night, busting with aces, that's no fun. I got some sleep, decompressed, accepted my fate in the 20K, and now I'm ready to accept my fate in the 25K, which is to be present, play my best, and run like the fucking goddess I am. So I definitely still have eyes on that Triton trophy. There's a spot for her on my dresser. She's coming home with me. I know it. I don't know when. It's not up to me to decide when, although it would help if I stopped punting. That would definitely help. Having a top 10 chip stack and then bubbling with aces, it feels like correct kind of justice. Like 20 minutes before the aces, if you didn't punt that top 10 chip stack, those aces don't matter because you have everybody covered. Honestly, this is the most active I've been in these events so far this trip. A lot happening in those last couple of levels, especially the last level. Aces are feeling like they are no good in the beginning of the trip. I did get aces cracked all in pre against king queen offsuits. I set it up and everything happened exactly the way I wanted except the holes. But I will happily keep taking aces. We'll test them out, I don't know. Shortly after my aces got cracked, I opened under the gun 1 with queen jack offsuit to 16K. Folds around to the small blind who had the king queen offsuit. He flats, big blind folds. Flop comes, he checks. I bet half pot. Pot's 48K, I bet 25K. He calls, turns deuce of hearts. It goes check, check. River's an ace of diamonds and check, check. And he has 7-8 offsuit. Had I known he was calling half pot on the flop with a gut shot, I would have charged again on the turn for that, but I just thought I would be able to bet some rivers, and if he leads other rivers, I get to just call, so. The thing I love about the Tritons is it's easy for me to accumulate chips here because they're always gonna go for it. Someone like me who they think they can pounce on, I do the whole reverse thing where I'm just like, ooh, I'm just a wee woman who doesn't understand. I'm so afraid. And then I just get to capitalize on it and I make the max every time. So I'm enjoying myself.
You never type?
Hell no. I wear 2 different links, so this is the longer one. So when I wear the shorter one, it's okay.
But you can take them off totally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do my nails myself, so I did these. I haven't played with Enrico before, but again, you know, like I open under the gun 1 and he 3-bets 6.5x out of the big blind and I just had ace king, so I get some min click back and he just snap folds. So that hand was interesting to me because he chose such a big sizing and this was pretty early on. And he is pretty active. He does some interesting things and I'm happy that I have position on him basically, so yeah. Once again, my motherfucking ego decided to fight with my higher self and the ego won. It was so absurd. I literally played a hand as bad as you can play it on every single street. Just donated some chips to a very good player. I felt generous. That is actually just what happened. We have Alex Fox and Patrick Antonius, Dan Smith. There are a few other players that I don't know their names, and Wolfgang's on the table also. When I sat down on the table, Wolfgang was like, this should be a stream table. I'm like, this should have been a stream table before I sat down. I'm in a Fox and Antonius sandwich, and some days that's amazing, but today, I'm gonna play smart because I am on a very good table. But also, the good thing about being on a very good table with very good players, they can make very good folds, so. So we came back from break and we had 7.5 big blinds and we actually doubled without any showdown and then the blinds went up. So now we're sitting on 12 big blinds Foxton opens in the cutoff, and I wait to look at my hand until it's my turn. And after he opens, I look down and I'm like, oh, I have aces. So I have the perfect stack to just flats. And there's some rejamming spots in both the blinds, so it's perfect for me. I flat, and Foxton and I go heads up to a flop of ace, jack, 6 rainbow. And he c-bets 50K, I call, and the turn is a 10 of clubs. He bets 105, I have exactly 210, and I jam, and he calls and has ace 10, and we love to see somebody drawing dead. So redemption for our aces, massive double up. I think I also shocked the table because they weren't expecting me to flat big hands. And I do it a lot in these events and they still never fucking figure it out. I think we were V-pipping like 99.9% of hands. Like we kept getting hands. Patrick and I actually have a lot of Triton history together. He was at my first final table, the 25K, which he ultimately won. And he had the same position on me where he was on my direct left. But now I have chips and he only has 17 bigs, which is fine, okay, great. He opens under the gun to 50K at 25K big blind. I call from the big blind with ace of spades, 4 of clubs. And we are heads up to a flop of jack, deuce, 5, spade, spade, hearts. I check. And he bets 40K into 135. I check raise to 155. He tank calls. Turn is the jack of diamonds. I check, he checks. River is the queen of clubs. I think for a second, and then I bet 285, which is ultimately just him all in. He uses 1 or 2 time banks and then finds a fold, thank God, and we just win. Like, we just had to. We had to. You would like a harem, is what you would like.
I would like it. Then it's like, wow, this is dangerous. Said something wrong?
We'll continue this conversation tomorrow. Day 1 is over. We are coming back for day 2 tomorrow in about 9.5 hours. We have 1.2 million, 10 away from the money, and average stack I think is right around 1 million. So we went from 7.5 big blinds to a lot more. These numbers are unheard of in 25Ks. They're just crushing. I like the sound of 1.892 million. So I legit found out that I was on the feature table as I'm walking into the room. I was looking for Wolfgang and I'm like glancing around and then I see him on the feature table and I'm like, oh, okay. So I have all of like 3 seconds to process it and we have a lot of crushes on our table, so it made sense. It honestly feels correct to be under the lights, in front of the cameras. I love it there. I feel very at home.
As you get a peek at Ebony Kenny, who rejoins us here. Believe the last time I remember seeing her at Triton was in North Cyprus, 2022. She did have a 5th place finish in a 200K buy-in for $1.7 million. That was a career highlight for her. Nice to see her back in the streets.
I look down at kings under the gun. We are 3 or 4 away from the money. And I make it 80K at 40K big blind. And it folds to Jeremy Osmus in middle position. Makes it 180, and this like tiny clickback actually like just kind of sends my radar like, oh, okay, but also we have kings. So I jam and he just like snap calls and rolls over aces and I'm like, but I'm also at complete peace with it, like fully accepting it. And then Wolfgang says, you have to ask for your 1 time.
Yeah, so if Ebony wins 1.9 million, I definitely better be getting my cut. She wasn't gonna use her 1 time, and I look at her and I'm like, Ebony, this is like gotta be one of the biggest spots of your life. You gotta use your 1 time here. She's like, 1 time? And I'm like, stay with like your back, like 1 time.
Oh, okay, 1 time. And he's like, okay, she's asking for her 1 time. Flop comes like 5 high or 6 high. And then the turn is the dreamy one-time king that I hold. I remember saying to the dealer beforehand, I was like, all right, Joe, I'll take my one time. And then when the king came on the turn, he gave me this look like.
Fucking on the turn, there we go. Wolf King approved.
We always dream of running well in tournaments, right? Like every tournament you play, you want to run well. But to do that in a Triton on like close to the money bubble, there is no better feeling. After winning kings to aces, we were top 10 chip stack. And since then, it's just been kind of just, we're bleeding out very slowly. Just having to fold everything. We defended our big blind once and had to just check fold flop. Ivinger jammed for 6.5 big blinds under the gun 1, and I have king queen suited on the button. And I still have like 30 bigs. So I call, and he has ace jack offsuit.
Ebony Kenny giving a spin. And so far, she rates to be giving a 920K pot away as well, unless the deck has a king or queen in store. Maybe some backdoor diamonds.
This has got it. This seems bad. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Matthias put the car in reverse and pulled it back. Poise pointing out it ain't over yet, still 2 to come. The turn is safe. Will the poker gods frown upon presumption? Oh my goodness, Matthias stating the amount. I gotta say, he did everything that you're always conditioned not to in that spot. Now, as we focus upon Alex Foxen,
I'm not seeing any chips behind.
yeah, that's just a time bank chip there. Did he show a pocket pair here?
2 10s is what I saw.
Up against Ding Biao, who's got at least one overcard. 2 10s, you're right. Can Foxen hit the 10 and hang in, keep the bubble intact? Nope.
You are not up to 63 and you are in the money.
There was a version of me in the past that would be so happy that I was the last woman standing. And now I'm like, ugh, poker's already 95% male on a good day. And then you get into these high rollers and it's like 99.999%. I know that there are a lot of people in poker who are in that 99.9% or that 95% who get exhausted by me talking about this, and they're like, oh, she's on her soapbox again and she's making it this, and it's just like, bitch, it's so easy for you to not worry about representation when every single time you turn on the TV you see yourself. And it's really important because when you see someone who looks like you or has a similar background and you see someone doing something great that you never imagined possible, and now you can see it. One person ran the 4-minute mile, it was like boom, 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 boom. So many people were just like, oh, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. You have to see it to believe it. That phrase is fucking exists for a reason. For so long, we have been pitted against each other, and I played that game where I thought I needed to be the only one. I wanna build new tables, and I wanna have seats at the table for everyone because we can all eat. The landscape of the game has changed, and we still have so far to go.
How much is it?
620.
Ebony did find that one chance before hitting the blinds with the A7 here.
This is trouble for Ebony.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, seeing Osmus just call 20 big blinds in total, not necessarily wanting to commit all of those.
Yeah, and Jeremy's going to really hope that he's up against this exact kind of range, not something that's more live like a king jack or a pocket pair. So he gets his wish.
I think you used your one time already. I'm not positive
Yeah,
like that.
but I also didn't let you know that I have multiple other times. I have 2 times, 3
The
times,
stand-up move is goated.
or just to confidently sit down and not move.
That one works too. I'm a very fidgety person, so I'm moving.
Oh, it's gonna be kind of tough, but I still got a shot.
You're not dead. And so you have about the same shot as you had after the flop on the last time.
That's true.
Right.
Optimistic take on this board, and
That's nice.
that's going to do
All
it.
right. Good luck, everyone.
So we lose Ebony Kenny. Ran out of lives. Pretty great cash rate here at Triton. And this is her fourth of 9.
Attention dealers, fundamental number 3, complete your hand and stop. You're down to 24. We're going to redraw for the 3 tables.
GGS, down to 24. Or we busted in 25th for 71K. We'll take it. Went absolutely card dead and ultimately couldn't hit a beautiful little 3-outer to bust against the same player we hit the 2-outer against earlier. 3 events, 2 cashes, 1 bubble. I'd say we're doing pretty fucking good this stop, so.
After cashing her second tournament of the stop, Ebony has earned $125,000, though she isn't done yet. She would go on to score another $45,000,
Cash number 3.
cashing half of the tournament she registered in this series. Over $2 million in Triton earnings, and a promise that she won't stop until she earns a Triton trophy.
One of the things I would say to women who are feeling intimidated about going down to their local card room is this. I know for certain that you have experience with navigating life as a woman. And poker is just a microcosm of the world. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to be anyone else. And I think there's this idea that you have to do something different in order to go play. Like, just go play. And when you see another woman, talk to her. Are you going to let the world deter you from something you're curious about?